Here's an example of how to use Piwik with Blackboard. You're now seeing the dashboard page. It is the initial page that you find when you log in to Piwik. You can see that there are multiple modules in the environment, and I'm going to highlight a few for you. First, there's the visits over time. Visits over time actually shows you a day-to-day breakdown over the past month of visitors to your site. This is great for us for planning and determining when we're going to put in for patching, maintenance windows, or doing upgrades. Here you can see we have a regular pattern with our users. Monday is normally the highest day in the week. Saturday is normally the lowest. To the right of that is a real-time map. It's really wonderful, and it's a great tool to show the impact of our environment to management and director levels. Each of these orange dots are real-time people from around the world that are accessing our environment. Most of these people right now are in the US, but during a continuous, or when you're looking at different times during the day, you can see people from around the world. We can also find out how many people are using different types of browsers and what browsers are most used with our application. You can find here that today we're finding Chrome to be used more than Safari, and then Firefox, Internet Explorer, and other products. This is really helpful for us because it lets us know what browsers do we need to make sure that we test when we're going through upgrades, adding new products, or new integrations with Blackboard. We can also see real-time interactions within our environment. This shows us where the person's from, what they're using, their OS, and we can even look at more profile information. We can also see what keywords are the users searching before they're coming to our site. Search engines. We can also see visits by server time, refer websites, and the like. Let me show an example here where we can look at a graph of visits at the 9 a.m. hour throughout a month. We can see unique actions, actions per visits, average time on website, and the like. Here we've moved over to the visitors area. We can see an evolution over the period of our visits and unique visits. We can also see average visit duration, page views, downloads, outlinks, and maximum actions. Here in the submenu you can see a visitor log. Here you can see the IP, the provider name, information about the user, their browser, their OS. It tells us they're a returning visitor, and it tells us what plugins were installed. And then we can see what actions the user did during their session within the application. We can also look at things like devices, operating system families, device brands, browser families, and device models. These can be very helpful in us understanding how the user is interacting with our environment, what types of products they're using, and what type of browsers they're using as well. We can also look at engagements, how many times a visitor came through our environment, along with visits based on our server and local times. We also can see a visitor map for today, showing you the unique visits from a variety of different countries, regions within the US, continents, and even cities, and providers. Actions is a very interesting area too. You can see different areas. So for example, discussion board, the number of page views, the number of unique page views, the average time that a user spends on the page, and an average page generation time. This can be very helpful in you understanding how long pages take to load in the environment, and if we're seeing larger times for certain pages, while others are very short. There's a quick view of what Piwik can bring to your Blackboard Learn environment.